A project is a part of the organization structure, which is hierarchic and representative of the whole organization. So when you're setting up a new project, the org unit needs to be in place first. Under the project, we find all the different contracts. When setting up a project, it is necessary to define the setup for the project, such as currency rates, monthly cutoffs, and different phases of the project. So in the general setup for the project, you add planned start and finish dates, which among other things can be used to generate cutoffs. Note that the start and end date of the WBS has to be within the start and end date for the project itself. A baseline provides a foundation for comparing the actual cost and progress with the planned cost. One can choose to add all baselines into the project at once, or you can add new ones over time, but at least one baseline has to be registered in the project setup. To have control of the last transaction date processed for an accounting period, one can add cutoffs in the project which are generated based on the start and end date of the project. Here you can choose to set up monthly, a last day or last Sunday of the month, or weekly cutoffs. One can also choose to add inflation values. One can add currencies and currency rates for the project. Actual costs in other currencies than the main currency of the project are converted based on the exchange rate you define here. The difference between the amount based on the project defines exchange rate, and the actual exchange rate is called currency impact. You can add the different phases here together with the project cost limit and project cost target for the individual phases. One can also choose to define different authorizations for the project. This will be used when approving commitments and set certain amount limits for different users. Under Files, you can upload new files related to the project by using drag and drop. A central part of cost management is to define and set up the WBS. A work breakdown structure is a hierarchical structure that organizes and defines the total scope of the project. It is essential to define the lowest level of the WBS, which is called a work package. At the work package level is where cost and plan is integrated, which enables more advanced cost management features, such as earned value management. Each work package can include activities to be completed and a set of cost estimates. It is therefore very important to have a defined and well-established WBS structure to get a good overview and control of the costs related to a project. In the WBS structure, we can see that all levels are identified with a name, showing which project they belong to. The name often identifies by using a naming convention showing where they belong, but the hierarchy itself in the WBS structure are defined by setting parents to the WBS code. So it is the parent determining which level of the WBS structure they belong to, and not the name that is set. One can set the start and end date for the WBS code and choose which ones that are work package and not. One also has the possibility to copy a WBS structure from another project. For example, if you have a template you want to copy into this project. Here you can choose to copy the whole WBS structure, or you can choose to copy parts of the WBS elements. You can also choose if the work package is measurable for progress or not. For example, can project management be somewhat difficult to measure progress on? So when you don't add progress, the earned value is set equal to the actual cost. On the other hand, where the work package are measurable on progress, you report the progress and then multiply the progress with the estimate baseline to calculate the earned value. To delete a WBS element, you click on the X. But note that you can only delete a WBS element if it does not have any estimates registered against it, or if it has been time-phased. However, you can cancel WBS elements. You should first set the estimate to 0, for example by removing the estimate items, or by creating a negative estimate line, which zeroes the estimate. Then also update the time phasing so it reflects the zero cost estimates.